Hello and welcome to JomezPro's coverage of the Portland Open presented by Bevel Craft Brewing and Discraft Discs. We're on the Disc Golf Pro Tour, stop number 5 from Portland, Oregon. BigSexy commentary, Nate Sexton and Jeremy Koling.
And we have got a tight leaderboard. We've got James Conrad in first place, Juggle Master himself right there. Oh, wow.
He's doing flips. He's doing twists.
Oh, that's so cool. Simon can juggle too. Oh, God. Yeah. All right, well, he's a trick shot guy anyway, so that's fitting. What, are you going to do something safe?
Nope.
Kevin Jones, the All-American Classic Smile. He's doing great. We're not even talking about disc golf right now.
I'm going full tough guy.
Oh, my God. You just can't look tough, dude. That is just not your look. Oh, man.
All right, we got a great battle coming up here. Lots of players in striking distance. Second card, all still in it. Hole 1, par 3, 455. OB all around it. You got the wall to slow down some of those rollers. Low ceiling. It's really a roller-only play if you're looking for the deuce.
Yeah, it's one of those holes that just feels so good to get that birdie to start your round off. It takes a perfect cut.
Joining us for the final round of the Portland Open, presented by Bevel Craft Brewing and the Pro Tour. First up on the tee box, we have James Conrad.
James and Simon are tied at 18 under. James with a hotter second round. Putting him on top of the box here. And that's a good-looking cut angle there. Maybe a little bit too understable or too much speed out of the hand. Turning it a bit quick into the Grip6 wall.
Not a bad place.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, you just want to avoid anything early just to avoid the 4.
Lizotte.
We saw Simon pretty much base this thing in round 2. Don't know what he's rolling. I don't think he has a stamp on top.
Making it tough on the guys in the booth. Going with a cut angle, as you would expect.
And this, again, is looking good, but maybe just a little bit too much speed. I think that wouldn't have
probably not
been as good as round 2.
Probably not as good.
Third on the tee, we have the new course record holder, Kevin Jones.
And we talked a little bit about Kevin's round yesterday, but shot a 15 under with a bogey out here. He started off with a birdie on this hole.
Oh, the same tree as Simon.
Great angle, just didn't quite get past it all.
Our lead card, your local Oregonian, Nate Sexton.
I don't know if I agree with that statement. I mean, you're an OG Corvallis guy, but you're in North Carolina and now Washington, dude.
Yeah, my roots run deep.
That's heavy on the cut. That needs to stand up. It's trying to, but I don't think it's going to.
No, but it is going to stop before the OB, so
wow.
Not a huge issue there. Didn't quite throw it as hard as I meant to.
That was a good angle, just not the right speed.
Ooh, Simon with a nice bid.
And with Kevin here, 71 feet. Can he start off with some fireworks? Oh, not really even close. I'm going to say I'm somewhat surprised and not disappointed, but a little bit surprised that neither you nor Simon got inside circle 2, because I put you two up there in the top 5, I would say, in backhand roller.
I was inside circle 2 once, inside circle 1 once, and then I had that shot. So
yeah, okay.
I did do pretty well on the hole, though I never made the putt. But I do like the hole. I think it sets up great for my my roller.
I think it sets up for anyone who has that backhand roller game. It's such an important skill in the professional game of disc golf. And you don't need it a lot, but when you do need it, there's nothing else that can take that shot. So I can replace that.
Bunch of pars for the lead group.
That's a fine score. but you know that chase card's chasing, so you can't feel comfortable with what's going on this card. You have to constantly press and play the course as low as possible because you just don't know.
Hole 2 is par 3 at 425. Mando tree on the right to prevent the big hyzer. Popular play, turnover backhand, low backhand, or big forehand, trying to get over that OB and break back to the right to the basket. Nothing but a mid-range.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, James going mid here. I know that's the play for players like Drew Gibson. I saw him put a rock within a couple feet in round 2. Simon, not quite enough turn. He's just going to check down just past the Mando.
Kevin with a little anhyzer on the shot.
That's exactly what you're looking for right there to get all that distance, get a little bit of flex. Only a few players I know of in the game that can get there all hyzers, so just a little bit of turn out the hand is what you're looking for. And you're one of those guys that kind of has this like crazy power distance hyzer. I don't understand it.
Big dog hyzer guys.
You kind of are. And that's inside the circle?
It is. Simon. Kev right at circle's edge.
Oh, wow.
He
Taking
loves
advantage.
that jump putt. And
yeah.
Once he gets a chance to jump, you got to look out because he's just going to be – it's only a spit out going to stop him.
I mean, just think about all the air that he had in his mouth there that just helped propel him forward.
Yeah, you put some lift under the disc.
And that's a nice putt there from circle's edge. One of the tougher putts, I think. Now with the addition of statistics, I think that it certainly creeps into the head a little bit more.
Yeah.
You want to make all your circle 1 putts, and when you're at the edge of the circle, it's like,
yeah,
man, this counts just as much as a putt from 15 feet.
Yep.
Not that changes the score at all, but you know, it can mentally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good putt from James, and Simon's in for his par, but 2 nice birdies from Kevin and Nate.
On to hole 3, par 4, 550 feet, OB along the entire left side with the rough, and then late the OB comes in on the right. You want to throw a big hyzer, keep it as tight as you can, and get kind of under these tree branches to set up a backhand putter or maybe a forehand to the basket. Really a technical shot and such a demanding landing zone. If you're out of position, your options are very limited.
Did you even mention the overhand play off the tee?
I didn't know about it.
Well, that's a play that I think.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, I don't think I've
That's
ever
a smart,
not birdied
it's a real
this hole.
smart play.
It's kind of a distance control thing. So like every time you throw a thumber, if you have the distance to get it over those initial trees, you land right where Kevin is.
Yeah, that makes
and you
perfect
can't go
sense.
too long.
Yeah.
Unless you're J.C. Kester. Anyone who's ever seen him throw a thumber knows what I'm talking about. And that was just a bit long, but still you have options, but your angle is definitely limited.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for something a bit more like this, I believe.
A little tighter makes the difference.
Yeah, it certainly does.
James told me that he wasn't going to throw anything faster than a Thunderbird.
Wow. That is, he's in first place and I wasn't, so what? Wow. That right there that is exactly what you're looking for. Nothing faster than a Thunderbird. Well, it's a good thing the Thunderbird's like the fastest hybrid driver ever made.
That was such a small gap.
Oh, wow.
And such a good leaf to slow me down.
Yes, it was. Right there at the edge of the circle. No, not even. You're clearly inside the circle.
James.
Oh, no. And that is a huge mistake. That is going to leave him outside circle 2 OB. And he's certainly going to lose strokes to Simon now as Simon has thrown his P2 under the basket. That is a 2-stroke swing unless James can somehow miraculously make a 75-foot putt.
And Kevin going with a forehand here. A little bit right. Can it stop before the out of bounds?
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that happened. Wow. Very fortunate. From our angle, we didn't know about that.
The Blue Lake giveth and the Blue Lake taketh sometimes, and this time it gaveth back.
Good run, but not quite. He'll have to settle for a bogey 5. My birdie putt here. Not pretty.
It's not 100% committed.
There was something in the air over there.
Yeah.
Kevin and I both a little disappointed with that effort. And it's going to be Simon taking the lone birdie.
We made it to our quota for those.
Yeah. Quota of missed putts low. 1.
Yeah,
that's what you get.
You get about 1.
Yeah, exactly. With this card, as tight as everything is right now, you can't leave anything on the course. Inside the circle has got to be a make. You cannot throw out of bounds. There's so the last round of this course was so many. I mean, third card is right there in the mix.
Yep.
So it's no room for error.
Yep. Hole 4 is a pretty straightforward par 3. You've got Obi on the left side and Tough Rough on the right, and Simon is going with the mid-range, and this is maybe going to ace.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Touches a chain.
Does it?
Yeah.
I couldn't see it there. I was
got
looking.
a piece.
Okay.
Got a link. You can see it swinging.
Yeah, it's just barely moving. I didn't hear it there, but that was sweet. Kevin needs this to turn. Oh, no. Looks out of bounds.
It is.
Oh, that is so short.
Yeah, that is, again, that's not committed. Once again, a little bit of hesitancy so far from you to start this round off.
And we got another hunter.
Oh, man. Could you imagine that going out of bounds?
What if they both ace?
Yeah. Yeah, that's certainly a possibility, too, for next year. There it is. The quota has been met.
I was pretty sure I missed that low.
That barely got over the rim.
It got in.
It's in. Kevin needing this one for par. You just cannot bogey a hole that's averaging 2.52.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting 62 players with 110 birdieing this hole. You need to be one of those guys. And you certainly can't be one of the 10 that are bogeying it.
This is the first run IPA.
Come visit us in Bend. You'll get fresh beer. You'll get some hospitality, and I guarantee you'll either see Val, Justin, or I.
Fresh as you can get it, right here.
Hole 5, par 4, 575. All rough is out of bounds. As usual, you're trying to play a shot onto this hillside or just past it to that white 200-foot stake to set up a straight approach to a pretty small green. If you're a little short, there's a backdoor hyzer, but everyone's trying to kind of push it to that long OB, just throw straight off the tee, maybe 375, and set up that straight shot where you can see the basket. Simon with a little bit of a flex shot.
Yeah. And that's high enough that he's not worried about the distance going long. That's going to be in that sweet spot.
Yep.
It's a pretty big landing zone for the sidearm play.
Yep.
Really, the only danger is if you just overcook it and go long, which you have the potential to do, but you're not going to.
Put it pretty high.
Yeah, it's going to come up a bit short. You're probably going to have either a blind shot or a partially blind approach.
Yeah, it's blind from there, but nice elevation. You're up high, makes the shot feel a little shorter.
Fun story about a shot on my card. Austin Hannum was right about where you are, and then decided to just throw only twice on the hole.
Wow, I saw that on UDisc.
Yeah,
nice too.
It was really cool, and it was funny because it was such a wide hyzer line we were all calling for it to go in early, which wasn't just like one of those straight ace runs that you can tell is going to go in.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole card knew somehow, and then it just spiked in there and stayed. It was sweet.
That's awesome. Here is James with the AVR.
And James is looking at a little bit of metal again almost.
Gosh.
He is so deadly with those JK AVRs,
Yeah,
man.
he is.
Really, really good with that disc.
Kevin's going to show us that backdoor hyzer shot.
Man, that is kind of a surprise that you're bringing in trees and swinging towards out of bounds, but Kevin executes the shot well. What was that in the? Did you see that flying in the background?
Yeah, I don't know what
Is that a
was.
bird?
Might have been.
Or did somebody throw a paper airplane?
It was a firebird in the foreground. It may have been a living bird in the background. I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness. And Simon
Whoa.
putting the brakes on right in the edge. Good putt. There you go. Each putt for the last 3 holes has progressively gotten about 2 inches higher.
Mm-hmm. That's how I do it. I like to warm up slow.
By hole 17, you're going to be airballing over the basket, man.
Hey, spoilers. Nice birdie.
I hadn't seen a single player go that hyzer approach route. That was the first time I've seen that. Nice to see a different approach on a hole that a lot of players are attacking quite well. This hole is the 16th easiest, as you see a star frame, and another $25 going to be donated to Edge on the behalf of Jomez.
Awesome. Hole 6, par 3, 270, going uphill over out of bounds the whole way. You can go straight mid-range, backhand hyzer, or forehand hyzer here. You can really pick your poison, anything you want to do. Elevated basket. Really, I guess the worst thing that could happen if you throw a decent shot is come up and hit that pyramid. You could take a pretty bad roll away.
Yeah, if you get over that bush right there that you can see on the left side of center of the basket. And Simon's not going to hit that bush on the left of the basket.
No, you might hit that pyramid, though. It's
He
not going
did.
to roll at that speed.
Could you hear that from the tee?
Yeah, I could almost see it kind of
Yeah.
bouncing around. I'm going with a Wraith.
And you had made the deadly mistake of hitting that bush in round 2. And
Yeah,
ended
you
up
know
taking
I'm-
the only bogey of the field.
And I'm crushing it today.
Yeah, not hitting that bush today.
Yeah.
But you are out of position for the elevated basket. That's going to be a tough 40-foot putt. James Conrad rocking that new shirt I just heat pressed for him the night before. Looking so fly.
It's not going to make a lot of sense if James doesn't ace this round. He's just going so close to
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, I see what you're saying because
It
he's
seems like he's getting there.
he's going for it. Def. He's
And
laying
Kev
it
is
all on
also
the line.
kind of going for it right now. Wow.
Yeah, 2 box hits. That's some accurate tee shots. Oh, we're gonna call it 38. Oh man! Look at that
Flutz.
There is 4 total rotations on the disc in about 40 feet. Oh man, great putt. James from 29. That is the worst sound. I like the look of the box, but even the metal tubes that we've had in years prior, like if you didn't make your putt, it made the worst sound because it echoed
Yeah.
that already awful sound of the disc hitting the cage.
Yeah.
And it's just like a worse reminder that you just missed.
It's like it's a disappointment echo chamber.
It's so bad. Like,
a disappointment amplifier.
and then like 4 holes can hear your missed putt,
Yeah.
so like everyone knows what just happened.
Hole 7, par 4, 825 up the gut, low ceiling on the tee shot, so a roller is a nice play. Then you've got a lot of trees, and the fairway just kind of keeps getting skinnier with regard to OB on both sides and long. This is a really good birdie. We're going to see what Simon goes with. It's going to be a big roller.
Oh, he's doing the cut, and he's got a great angle on it, hanging out wide to start, now rolling down the middle. This is going to finish off right, but shouldn't have enough momentum to go out of bounds. That's That's an ideal placement. Mm-hmm. Have that backdoor lane. Might even have a sidearm approach through one of the tree gaps. And you're going the roller as well, and that's a super cut with a sidewinder, I believe.
Yeah, needed more. Mm-hmm. I need to put it in the air a little more, really. The big mistake there was just getting it on the ground a little too fast.
I know you've thrown Thunderbird rollers in the past. Are you scared of maybe going out of bounds left with something more overstable?
No, I'm just kind of like happier in the middle. But I definitely have thrown Thunderbird roller on this hole, and left is not bad.
And Kevin is starting off way left, which is so good. That's exactly what you want. He made the adjustment, and not that's just worst case scenario. Not only did it hit the tree and stop another 60 feet of roll, he's got to deal with the tree in the way. And James, I don't see him throw too many rollers, but
this is a nice angle. That's really not bad over there.
As long as it stands up, and it does.
It's big distance.
Oh, just curling before the OB line. That is going to open up a big Anheuser option, or maybe a wide open straight hyzer flip. Mm-hmm. Backhand.
I was just kind of ripping a wraith here, figuring if I hit the tree, not a big deal. If I miss the tree, maybe I get a putt. But there wasn't really a lot of option from there as far as a clean way to get to the basket.
Mm-hmm. And we talk a lot about, Kevin not finding the gap. Talk a lot about that back stretch, like the 15, 16, 17, or 14, 15, I forget, maybe 14, 15, 16. That's like the three hardest holes in a row.
Yeah.
We just came off the three easiest holes in a row, and then we get to this hole, so this is the second hardest. So this is kind of the stretch where...
Yeah. Well, hole 9 still has to be the easiest.
Hole 9's the easiest, but the easiest stretch of 3 holes.
Look at that little Sexton Firebird right to the pin.
Oh, James is parked. Incredible.
I love that when he's pumped about the disc, which is cool. He came right up to me. He's like, "These things fly great." I'm like, "That's so awesome that you're throwing them and liking them."
He's loving the Thunderbird too. So like right now, James Conrad has got the James Conrad AVR, the Big Jerm Thunderbird, and the Sexton Firebird.
Yeah, we appreciate that, James,
especially on lead card.
I'm just going with a layup here. Simon, unlikely to be laying up.
No, that's not really him. Good effort. Players are all in good position to pick up their pars, and James Conrad taking the lone birdie on the card. That is a happy birdie. Only 6 players out of the 110-player field.
Wow.
Able to get a 3 on hole 7. I missed it in round 3 for the turkey. I got the first 2 rounds. I felt so good about it.
Wow.
I followed it up with OB shots on hole 8, one of the easiest sidearm holes in the course. So it was like kind of like a balancing act.
Hole 8 is a good forehand hole, as Jerm said. Par 3, 315, out of bounds in this ditch. So you really need to get across to the safe area. If you don't ever cross, you're going to a drop zone. But you do have the option of last place cross. So if you do land in the safe area, go a little deep, you're going to get a putt. Forehand, a good play. Turnover putter or mid-range, likely to be James's choice. Looks like putter.
Yeah, he's going JK AVR, I believe. Super wide.
Wow. This is not turning
angle.
very much.
No.
But it's in.
But unlike any of my drives all week, it's inbounds.
You should start throwing turnover putter here.
I should maybe never do that. You're right.
Simon, low. Does it have enough heat? Yes.
Yeah, it's got plenty of it. And that's going to be kind of a semi-death putt, as much as a death putt can be in calm wind and 27 feet.
I'm going with Firebird.
Juicing up a little bit. We saw you go long in round 1 with the X-Cal. This time you're not long.
Not long.
And deserving of a nice follow flight. Look at this thing bend perfectly, hit the grass, thick grass in this hole. It's kind of hard to imagine how a disc could settle up in that mulch and then go out of bounds. But yep, mine did. I'm just not over it, folks, if you haven't heard.
Kevin's low.
Look at this. Can it get through? No, it does not. That's going to be a drop zone. I don't believe he ever crossed in bounds.
No, I don't think he did. Here is the drop zone for par.
Can he? We saw
Close.
Simon almost make that putt in round 2.
James with a bit of a run there. Pretty scary spot to go at it with the OB right behind.
Yeah, Simon doesn't even see that out of bounds. All he sees is chains. Picking up the birdie. And a good start. You know what? Being the leader right now, 5 down through 8.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this probably missing 1 or 2 birdies that he'd like to have? Just to kind of solidify like a strongman lead.
Mm-hmm.
Setting the pace for every card. But still, he's in first right now. He's beating this card by 3 strokes. Or by 2 over you, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, even though we saw a little bit of that hesitancy at first, you're still 5 down through 8 holes. Good start.
Here is the leaderboard. Eagle moving on up. I've moved into second place, but look at those scores. Everybody is still in this thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just, I don't want to say that the 17 unders are necessarily in the mix for the win. Maybe not even the 18 unders. But
yeah, it'd be unlikely, but I mean, as Kevin showed us, you can go really low.
Yeah.
Hole 9, par 4, 515. Simple hyzer to the big landing zone, and then a short approach to the basket. All our feature groups, all our video groups have been making quick work of this thing, and I expect the same again. This is just a hole that it doesn't really quite tempt players to go for the green. It's one that maybe needs another look, as we've been saying.
Listen, something we thought about yesterday is all you got to do, you just change this to a par 3, and people are going to go for it. You just say par 3. You don't. It doesn't have to. Nothing has to change. People are going to go for it.
I would say just move. If you want to do that, then just bring the basket to 50 closer.
They should bring it closer too.
At least 50.
I feel like I might even go for it just because I'm like one of those suckers that is affected by that.
For sure you are. I'm just going with a little hyzer right to the middle.
James, this is in danger of being in the dead center of the fairway.
Yep. Bad danger. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
There's not an OB stake. You can hardly see one from there.
Oh, this is heading for the same fate of James's hyzer shot.
This is just perfect garden spot.
Oh. Plant a flower, folks. That is... I don't know. That's what.
It's garden spot. It's there. James.
Oh, goodness. This could hit metal, folks.
Slowing it down right there.
Is that a flower? What is that?
I don't think so. It's got to be some kind of little sprinkler head or something that they flagged.
Okay.
A little hole in the ground.
And Kevin. Unfortunately, he's within 15 feet of the pin. You hate to see this perfection.
Yeah, this could be anywhere from 3 to 6 feet away.
Oh, goodness. And Simon's going to take the jump putt approach.
He's looking to make this. Hung it out a little bit.
Yep. And Kevin's in for the 3. I hate to see this from a player of his caliber.
Simon makes birdie. James offered me the option to putt at the same time. I said, I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy.
Well, we saw that from Kevin Jones and yeah, Nate Safeton, the craziest player on tour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got to give a shout out. We had a star frame here. Give a shout out to Garrett Gerthy with the only 2 of the weekend.
Nice.
He went for it in round 2, got in the green area, but missed his putt. Didn't do the same fate. Didn't have the same fate in round 3.
I'd love to see that shot. That is cool.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, guys, that does it for our front 9 from round 3. So much action left coming down the stretch. At least 7 or 8 players still in the hunt. Come back and join us. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning into our coverage of the Portland Open. We've got another Grip6 giveaway for the YouTube commenters. Make sure you get subscribed, leave a comment. Front nine's gonna win a belt, a hat, and a shirt. And what do we got for back nine?
Back nine, we got the same exact thing. We got a hat right here, worn by the famous Coraline, a belt, and a shirt. Make a comment funny enough for me, and you might even win a baby. Who knows? We're going to see you guys in 2 weeks for chase card coverage from the Beaver State Fling.
Jerm will provide the baby. This one's taken.